if you go to raves, right, there are two types of people that record. One is that they show what they are seeing, and the other one is they want to show what they look like.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So and
I don't want the same file as somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
I mean that too, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of want to like show that the visuals, and then they kind of turn their phone to like see that they're having fun with their friends to like, because I feel like that is a better publicity than just showing the visuals of the show. So
It's getting crazy too, because like now there's like lineups 2 stages in festivals. When we went to Tomorrowland, and even when Sonny went to Teletech, there was a lineup in the Boiler Rooms stage.
Oh, a lineup.
But that's
Yeah.
smart. I would rather have that.
I would rather have that too.
Because then you know either not to waste your time to line up, or they know they're controlling the crowd. Because I'll be honest, when I was in Boiler Room,
it wasn't packed, right?
it wasn't packed.
Yeah.
So like I had.
Welcome back to the BnB Hurts Podcast, where we talk about all things EDM. Thanks for tuning in. In this week's episode, we're actually going to be talking about some EDM headlines, the whole Hardwell situation, Afterlife introducing no phone policy, Twitch DJ category, Thailand getting a lot of mainstream festivals, recent incidents and of events getting shut down due to crowds, festival getting rained out. So a lot of North American festivals actually getting rained out this year.
It hasn't been a good year.
yeah, it's been a good year.
It's been a curse.
It's been a good year for Toronto though.
Yeah.
We've kind of gotten spared, which has been pretty good.
And then the last one is Hard Summer Music Festival with the noise complaints. I saw that a lot of people's homes were like shaking because of the bass.
Noise complaints. What's that? We don't have that problem here.
All right, introducing the hosts. That was Benny, and then to his right, my name's Ekern, and to my right here is Christine,
Hi.
and to the far left is Sonny.
Hello.
And we have a relatively new setup here, which is kind of experimenting out, and only uphill from now, climbing to the peak.
Yeah.
Peak.
Peak.
So Hardwell raging over Saga Festival.
No one predicted this.
Yeah. I always thought Hardwell was like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's like a very chill dude and friendly and whatnot. For him to be so frustrated to the point that he raged out.
I think it was just so unexpected how it just
yeah.
happened too. Like it's just like you didn't see any notion, as at least from the audience perspective. It's like, what the fuck? All of a sudden it's just like something's not working with the CDJ. Okay, yeah, you just deal with it. But then he got so upset, he like smashed his headphones.
Yeah, and then he called out quite a bit of things too on his rage, right? Like not paying him, and like the equipment's like old. Jeez.
I think with most people they can like tolerate it, but then I think it's just like accumulation of events and situations.
You know
where
what
it's
it
like,
is? Whenever someone lashes out that, it's never about the actual thing he's lashing out.
Yeah.
It's all this other stuff that's
Yeah,
been built up, and that was the trigger to
Yeah.
like set him off. And then he just said whatever was on his mind, which is like about them not paying him, like all that stuff. Realistically, if you're a professional, especially Hardwell, like it is a big L in my opinion, because you could have just done it offline, right? You didn't have to call him out while you're playing the festival.
I think there was just a way too long list of things.
Yeah. So Saga actually released it's a really passive aggressive apology. It's not. I don't know. It's not really an apology to me. I'll read it. Well,
It's definitely not an apology.
Yeah. Well, Hardwell was sorry that these DJs.
comma.
Yeah.
Well, comma.
These
Hardwell.
DJs at the other 5 stages got to play on the first day, and you didn't. The equipment traveled all the way from the Netherlands, just like you. That's so passive aggressive.
What the heck?
The same sets seem to be working perfectly fine for Will Sparks right now. We've worked really hard to build Saga this year for artists and ravers. We would have solved any technical issues effortlessly and fast if you just would let us and not stop your set so soon. That's just like a brief.
As I said, I think their statement's passive aggressive, but honestly, it's kind of like, yo, what the like? You could have just talked to us.
Yeah.
There seemed a huge breakdown in communication, obviously, that led to that.
But then if you also see the video, like the technician was like on.
Yeah,
on
he was
him.
there.
Yeah, he was
there.
on him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a video in the video.
Yeah, we'll put the video in. But it's like maybe he didn't get a time slot that he wanted, or
Wasn't
It
he
just-
bumped? I heard, wasn't his time slot bumped?
Yeah,
for the
that's
next
what I
year?
said in the thing.
Yeah.
And the James Hype made a remix of his rant.
Good old
and-
James Hype.
Good old James Hype made a remix of his rant, and then after that,
Mad triggered.
that triggered Hartwell to unfollow James Hype. I don't know, like you as a DJ, like the panel, like if somebody makes a remix of you raging something, would you treat it as like a joke or sort of like an embarrassment?
I would kind of treat it like a joke. I mean, like
No, but if you felt really strongly about it, like how he raged on stage. He felt so strongly that he raged on stage, and then he got his rage remixed. Yeah, I don't think.
I think it's a tough one. I would say if you're an up and coming DJ, you sample the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And trying to get a
your-
viral
yeah.
market, because like no one's like, once again, you're trying to promote yourself. Maybe it goes viral. You make
Yeah.
you get a name for yourself. But for someone like James Hype to do that, especially someone in his like, they kind of make similar music.
Oh, you mean him remixing?
Yeah,
Okay, I got that.
it's
wrong.
not like the other memes that happen. Like I'm a
Tua.
Hak Tua, which
Yeah.
everyone did. That's kind of like
That's
cool. And then the other one is I'm looking for a man in finance. Those are the two big ones that were remixed. Like
And-
those are kind of like cultural references that are remixes. This is not, in my opinion.
It's hard to say in retrospect, because like you're not Hardwell, and you don't know like the emotion that's going on. So you can be frustrated. Like some people could take it as a joke, and some people might take it a little bit more seriously.
I think in the industry though, like we're not the industry DJs. I think in the industry it looks bad. That specific.
I mean, we
to
can
do
only
Does
that.
it look
speculate,
bad
right?
as in a Hardwell case or James Hype?
In James Hype's case, I just don't think he should have done that. Like no one else did it.
No one else did it.
So you know what I mean? Like there,
but I
unless
mean-
there's beef beforehand, where it's not like Crank That could have done that. Crank That does
Yeah.
every remix.
Yeah. But then also like for a person like James Hype, he's always like throwing slanders in like a lot of festivals, saying that why do I need to submit like a pre-recorded set and things like that? I always want to play things live. Like I bring all these things to you live and whatnot, and I work hard to like make a lot of moves on the deck to bring hype to the crowd, right? That's probably one of the reasons why he named himself James Hype, right? But he, for a caliber like a person like he is, to do something like that, I just do not know. But I think the rap beef is like coming over to the EDM world, right? You want to throw some beef here and shade that, and then next thing you know, we have like an upcoming DJ that is Slim Shady too, and then it's going to take over the beef, the thing. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
It's a new genre, right? It's a new genre.
To be honest, this is one of those news where it's relevant and then it's probably just swept under the rug. It's probably done behind closed door. I don't see anyone else bringing this up
Yeah.
again too.
But who
So-
knows? Maybe we'll see like maybe further down the line when Hartwell and James Hype are in the same lineup.
Do you think they'll ever be in the same lineup?
Yeah,
I
I think in
think
the
they
end,
will,
if the
yeah.
festival's booking them, they just don't have to talk.
They just have to.
Hardwell remixing it back himself.
Maybe once again, maybe they settled it behind closed doors. You never know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like in the end, like I don't know if it actually helped James Hype. We're talking about it, so
Well,
maybe it did.
Yeah.
It
But, like-
probably gave him publicity. Like I don't know if it's
I thi-
positive or negative, but it definitely, if you follow trends quickly, regardless of whether or not it's favorable to you, then people will definitely look at you.
I don't think it went viral, to be honest. It just became a news line.
I think in the end, a lot of people agreed Hardwell was kind of in the wrong. I think, but it's just like, hey, you could have done that better,
Yeah.
handled it better,
No,
especially being Hardwell, right?
I mean, if you look at it, that if he has pre-recorded set, he could have played his pre-recorded set while he was trying to fix that other stuff that he was doing, right? But
I mean, they have a certain craft and a certain way they want to present their music and their.
but who knows? We can only speculate things, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying like the James Hype remix. It's like, I feel like it didn't go viral because, to be
I
honest,
mean, people knew about it though.
I don't think I saw it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I
No,
didn't
once
see
again,
it.
it's not
Like,
like
I heard about it.
It's not like Hak Tua, right? Where
Yeah,
that went
exactly.
fucking like you make a remix, instant 100,000 views
Yeah,
or some shit like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go big, and like,
So they both made nothing into something that was pretty
They're
much
trying
nothing.
You're trying to start something, but it died off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think the whole like plur thing, it's like, it's valid. Like if you try to like diss someone, it's not really plur vibes. So I just feel like things are settled behind closed door. I hope, and hopefully we'll see them in the same lineup. Maybe they will not talk to each other anymore, but they'll probably be in the same lineup for some festivals. So yeah.
Be like Deadmau5 yelling at Nicky Romero. Fuck you, Nicky Romero. The viral clip. You ever see that one?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, we gotta put that in the video.
I
But
feel
it was more of a joke.
More
It was
of
more
a
of a
joke.
joke.
Yeah. Because they're good friends, right?
Yeah, they're friends. It was just at that time, Deadmau5 was very outspoken. So Nicky Romero was doing an interview, and all of a sudden, Deadmau5 walked by and saying, "Fuck you, Nicky
Oh,
Romero."
yeah.
That's what jokes.
Okay, Afterlife introduces no phone policy. I'm always a big believer in no phone policies. I think that's a great direction.
I think it was needed for Afterlife to do this because I think the one problem is anytime you see an Afterlife post, all you see is phones. So you get people saying, "Oh, look at all these people not enjoying."
I can
the
insert a video of probably us at Brooklyn Mirage.
We all
At
probably.
Afterlife. No. I was at the front, right? And and I was trying to pull up for like eternity or and it was just like just floating phones.
But it's
on
also
my
like
screen.
a marketing move too. You see all these people with their phone out. You kind of want to be one of them. Like you want to be experience that
Yeah.
moment as well. Yeah, but it's hard to
Wait, so how are they reinforcing this no phone policy?
Some probably put a sticker on, and they have like security guards around to like pull
Oh,
down
that's
your
smart.
hand.
So-
I was
Probably
like,
a sticker is probably.
They were doing this
the
for the summer run. I don't know if Ibiza is doing this right now. So right now they have residency in Ibiza. I don't know if Ibiza, they're implementing this. They said they were going to do it for the summer events to try it. They're not doing it for like all events.
so
They
Sphere,
want-
you could film Sphere.
Well,
Yeah, probably.
you like.
I
hope
think
so.
I think the Sphere one will be phone up policy.
Like you're allowed using your
Yeah, because they want the marketing thing to
Yeah.
happen, and
Plus,
like,
I don't want to
think-
go. I want to watch a video of someone record the entire thing.
So
Are you gonna go?
I-
No.
So
you don't think it's worth going?
it
Or
might
not
be
for the
worth
cost.
going. I think Sphere, everyone should go and experience Sphere. And because you love EDM, like that's the only
The
way
first
you're gonna
act,
go.
yeah.
And it's usually like rock concerts there. I think a lot more rock
I
concerts.
feel like Anima's really trying to promote this, even though it's like a very sold out show. He's like, "Oh, I promise to bring you like the best
I think he will.
experience."
I think
I think it's gonna be a good event.
so.
Yeah.
Like leading into the Sphere, as we talk about the no phone thing, great. I think the Sphere should have it. But like, if there was anyone, I thought it was so quick for them to do an EDM show. I didn't think it would happen this soon. But if there's anyone right now in our industry who would do a Sphere show, it was
yeah.
Anima.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
his visuals were the only. Yeah, people say Eric Prydz.
Lasers
Honestly,
in the Sphere.
it probably wouldn't work out as well
Yeah.
as people think. But Anima's visual with like the robots and anything on the sides, like think of like all those artistry of like those robots on the sides, and they
Yeah.
just encompass it.
Yeah.
It works very well with his visuals.
They're at like the forefront of EDM visuals. I think like Excision, they have like nice visuals, but when you think about EDM visuals, Afterlife is like the top dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Excision
they're-
won't even work out too because Excision's not just about visuals; it's about the whole ambience of like having lasers. It's just like Eric Prydz,
Yeah,
having
yeah.
lasers,
Yeah.
having the smoke, having all that. Anima is really just about visuals.
Yeah, it's
Right?
putting up a show, right?
Yeah.
And people want to record what they see, but sometimes you just see everyone's doing it.
Do you guys know the Circle is doing their Oasis show? It's in a couple of cities. So it's like a full 360 visual experience with like
What's
music.
Circle?
Circle, you know the YouTube channel Circle? CER.
CRCLE.
You know they the
I
you
watch
know
a lot
Boris
of YouTube lives.
the Boris Circle, like the globe set.
They pretty much so they pretty much are the company that chooses like landmark locations and does a
Yeah.
DJ set. So they'll do it like the top of that Rio de Janeiro, like that one.
Oh,
like stuff like that.
Okay,
right?
okay,
Like
okay.
the-
They'll do it like on a mountaintop. They'll do it like stuff like that. They
Yeah.
did it at the Miss Monique did it at the Biosphere in Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing a 360 visual experience with music, obviously, and they're doing a no phone policy. But instead of because a lot of people do want to record it, so what they're doing instead is they're actually giving everyone access to. They're actually doing a professional recording of everything, and they're actually giving everyone access to the files and the visuals like that they record.
I think I
so
remember
you
you
can
saying
have
this.
record of it and like.
But then here's the thing though, everyone will have the shared record of that, because like if you go to raves, right, there are two types of people that record. One is that they show what they are seeing, and the other one is they want to show what they look like.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So and
I don't want the same file as somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that too, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of want to like show that the visuals, and then they kind of turn their phone to like see that they're having fun with their friends, to like, because I feel like that is a better publicity than just showing the visuals off the show. So
That is true.
But that's what I do. So
Yeah,
like
I know, that's what most of us do, yeah.
So like when it comes to no phone policy, if something implemented like the this never happened Lane 8's label, when they have their no phone policy, I respect it. I will not pull up my phone. Sound Machines tried to do that, I want to say.
they promoted it, but they never
reinforced it
No.
because when we went to Die and Stand Christ, everyone had their fucking phone out.
Yeah, they don't
But if I would actually be in huge support if more places did this, because then I don't have to whip out my phone.
Yeah.
I feel like if they introduced no phone policy, because I didn't think of the sticker thing. I was thinking, like how would they jam everybody's phone system and make it like airplane mode or something, like only for emergency calls.
No.
But they
So-
still need to like contact people to like to ask where they are in the stage and things like that. So
that's true.
yeah.
So
and they
what?
contact their rides and Ubers.
So in comedian shows, what they do, or comedy shows, what they do is they actually, before you enter the stage, they give you like a bag,
Like a
and you
pouch, yeah.
and then you put your phone in the bag, and then they lock the phone, and then
They
lock the bag, and
yeah.
then
How do you lock the bag?
They put
It's
a
like a magnet.
magnetic.
It's like a
clasp,
magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of that, because what if you have an emergency?
Yeah.
Then you could flag down security.
Right, like you never know.
Yeah.
That's why I think with EDM I like that you put the onus on the person, and then the people around you. I've seen it happen where if someone whips out their phone at like a Lane 8 thing, they will literally get shamed, like for
But
recording.
it's different like with a comedy show, because it's really, people are not like on vitamins and not like super fucked up. Like people are drinking,
A beer or
obviously,
two or something.
Yeah.
but they're not like absolutely blasted. So it's different, and it's a stadium, so it's there's a security guard all over the place. It's really organized. But
yeah, but they also want to protect their content.
exactly, yeah. They want to protect their, because usually what comedians do is they have content, and then they'll record a special, and then they'll do it, like stream it and sell it or whatever.
Yeah, that's usually happened in the last show of their tour.
But
And-
usually that's more for established comedians, anyways.
yeah,
Comedians, yeah.
But, then,
you don't want people to steal your ideas.
True.
Because that's rampant in the. I think it's a thing in the comedian world.
You know what's funny about the Animalized Sphere show? How I told you there was gonna be 5 shows.
Yeah.
It was like one show. What was it? One show announced
It was
first. One.
3.
No, it was
3.
one.
it was one.
It was one.
Oh yeah, it was one. It was.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay. And then the 3 got announced, and then there's like 5, 6 now. There's 6 total.
There's 6 total, yeah.
It's crazy. Sold
Yeah.
out all of
And
them.
everything was sold out. Like if you
I'm not
open
surprised
up,
it's sold out.
I mean, if you open up the Ticketmaster to buy tickets, when you see the map on the left hand side, right, you see all the dots just disappearing. The blue dots all just disappearing. Everything's just getting bought out. And sometimes you just wonder,
Click.
like, are these people actually just buying like 6 in a row right off the get go and things like that? But it is true. Like you just buy 6 in a row.
We did that for Fred again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you sort of have to,
You sort of
because
have to, yeah.
because you want to go with your friends, and
You have to
When you-
strategically plan for those. We did a whole thing for Fred again.
the thing is with that is like when you buy 6 and it's such a big show, someone's almost guaranteed to want to come.
yeah,
Like for Fred again, if you buy 6 in a row, someone's definitely want to go
We have 11.
12, maybe more.
in a row.
Yeah, we have the
That's
entire row.
crazy.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
talk about that in
crazy.
a bit. We'll talk about that in a bit.
But also like my thoughts about all these things, seeded events for EDM, right? Yeah, when a lot of times when we want to buy shows, tickets for a show, we just know that we're gonna be with friends no matter what for an EDM show, right? Because it's like floor all the time. But then when it comes to like Sphere, like Scotiabank Arena, to buy seeded events, seeded tickets, what are your thoughts about it?
It's annoying, but honestly, I want to sit.
So it depends. I think sometimes it depends.
I don't like it, but if like let's not talk about what's coming up, but like I've seen Kygo before at like, was it Scotiabank or whatever, Enercare, I don't know, but it's like those DJs that are so popular, you cannot possibly get like enough floor spots for people to see. Then I guess it's nice that I am able to pay for a seat to go see the DJ.
I think we just all need to pull up our money and buy a IKEA warehouse.
Jump shots. Oh, you know what? That's what I didn't do.
Yeah.
I realized I'm like I didn't go visit Drum Shots when I
Where
went.
would be the new
it's
TVA?
far, though.
It is far. That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
But you know where I could have gone? The old Printworks.
Yeah,
I was literally
they're
right there.
They're tearing it down.
I know. I could have cost a construction area, but I didn't go.
Yeah, you should have took.
I didn't look at it. I'm like I was literally like 10 minutes away walk.
Don't worry, I'll go next year.
Yeah, just for context, Sonny actually went to Teletech during the Belt weekend. That's in UK, Manchester, right?
Yeah, Manchester. But I went London first.
That's the flagship festival, right?
That's their festival. That's
Yeah,
because
that's
their
flagship.
base is in Manchester.
Yeah.
So that's their
For
home.
Teletech?
Yeah, they're founded in
Did
Manchester.
you go with friends?
No, I went alone.
Oh wow! Did you meet people?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah.
Although
Um,
it's kind of hard with techno, but Yeekern, guys, clutch, like probably the best rave thing ever. He told me to buy like a fan holder that
Holster.
from Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, and literally it's like a holster. So in North America compared to Europe, they just sell those little stupid fans for like solo. So here I am, I pull it out of my
With his big
holster,
fan.
Yeah.
fucking pull it out, and people are just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
And
size
then
does matter.
you just fan.
They
and
don't
then-
know about big fans, or they don't. See it?
you don't get it
Yeah,
available.
yeah.
Like if you go on Amazon, you can't buy a big fan.
You should have printed like a Teletech one or something.
So I brought a inflatable hammer to Tomorrowland, and it was sick, man.
Really? What do you mean?
It was like literally an inflatable hammer.
Yeah, and then we went to all the hard techno shows and we were pulling it
Behind the
out.
DJ.
I was behind the DJ, and I was slamming the hammer.
You're
Not
like,
on him,
who the
but
fuck is this Asian dude?
That would have been funny at Teletech if I was allowed to bring it.
it was
That would've been
sick.
funny.
Yeah.
It was sick.
You could have blown it up. Just like
Why?
And people were like, "Yo, bro, this guy has a hammer."
You can see, when you're like behind the DJ when you're holding up the hammer, and then like everyone's like.
wait,
pointing
can
at
we
you.
find some clips of Tomorrowland
yeah,
clips of
yeah, yeah,
Benny
we'll
and the
post
We
it.
have a
Bus?
zoomed in
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
He's just like
I was vibing, man.
Yeah. So like back on topic, like Anima show for Genesis. You think he is actually going to end it?
In
End it?
Indonesia?
Better.
He's marketing it.
He's marketing as the last show, so
You-
if he
you-
brings it back, people are gonna be cheesed. I don't know.
Is he gonna pull a Hartwell?
Possibly. No, he's just gonna flip his name upside
final
down.
Genesis show in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So like they literally just announced it this weekend. They're doing 3 shows in Indonesia, which is pretty sick.
There's a crowd there.
I mean,
And oh man, like a mainstream
Southeast
DJs
Asia?
in Southeast Asia is huge.
yeah.
Mainstream.
Mainstream music in Southeast Asia.
So you find
Huge.
Anima very mainstream now.
Yeah.
I think
I
a
think
lot
so,
of people
yeah.
just recognize his visuals.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
He's still not mainstream.
Like, yeah, because
I mean, he did play main stage Tomorrowland.
like techno and what, modern trance. What was it? Modern. What we talked about before.
Modern day trance.
Yeah. No. Like
New Age.
It's
New Age,
not.
yeah.
It's not mainstream.
No, it's not
Necessary.
main. Like, what do you mean?
No, because Yikern said it's in Southeast Asia they're about mainstream.
Yeah.
But the music isn't mainstream. The visuals, right?
The visuals is
I mean,
mainstream.
Yeah, but he's bringing it out to like, and you can see it's going into mainstream, right? Like Anima played main
Everyone
stage.
knows Anima. It's
Yeah.
pretty
I
much what it
wonder
is.
how the ticket pricing will be because, like,
It's
in
cheap.
my
Probably
opinion,
cheap.
like, I don't know, we pay for a lot like it's a lot more expensive in North America.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe like the tickets will go on sale, and then 20 minutes later, everything is sold out. So we'll see. Can't even see what the ticket price is.
All right, next, Twitch doing a DJ category and having 24-hour launch stream with headliners like Zed and Zoo.
Honestly, it's been like it was a thing in COVID. They're just opening up a hashtag for it. I don't know how
No,
Twitch
they're
works.
opening a proper category for it.
Like, what does that mean?
So like before
it's
the
like
category,
League of Legends.
yeah.
Valorant.
So like before this, it was like kind of
Music.
fallen under music or lifestyle, and the reason why they did this is because they want to fight the DMCA policy thing to like fight with copyright issues. So a lot of times that when DJ play a lot of like mainstream hip hop, rap, pop music to
And their
like
mixes.
remixes it, they cannot actually publish those. They cannot actually show it on stream because it's all copyrighted. So now
how is this being fought? Like, what are there like? Is there
so
legal?
when they put it in the category of the DJ category, then now they have their own thing that they can do, their own
Copyright
policies,
system? Oh,
the
okay.
licenses that they can do on that category itself, right?
So they're pioneering this whole thing. I'm assuming
yeah,
there's a lot of legal.
they're probably the first one to do it. Mostly what Twitch is doing it for streaming. First time doing it for DJ. They're probably going to be competitors like YouTube coming up to do all these things as well. But they all want to make money because whenever a pop song gets streamed and it gets cancelled, nobody makes money. So if they can sign a license, everyone gets money.
Yes.
And some portion of money. So like in a sense everyone wins, but we have yet to know how much the winning is.
So when they originally announced this, it caused a big. They didn't really elaborate what they
Yeah.
meant on this, and a lot of DJs, I know Twitch DJs, were like, "Where's my income gonna go?" Because I think the only thing that's undetermined about this is, yes, Twitch now makes money. Yes, the artist makes money.
Mhm.
What about the actual content creators?
Yeah.
And I think it's still too early to see, but I know initially that was the big concern, and then people were like, I'm going to be making now a quarter of what I was making because now I have some of this money that now Twitch gives me is now going to go back to the artist.
Yeah.
Me being a DJ.
Exactly, yeah.
So I know that caused a lot of uproar in the community. I think they've amended it a little bit by elaborating, but when this was originally announced, this is like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's hard to say. It's like you either get none of it or you get a smaller.
I think it's a
amount.
smart thing what they're doing.
Yeah,
Because
it
then
is.
they make money too. And in the grand scheme of things, maybe they're able to pay the content creator a bit more. That I don't know. I don't know the nitty gritty
Yeah,
of
so
this.
I read an article. A lot of they say a lot about this licensing and everything, but nothing is known yet because the whole program is not launched. And
ironing
also,
it out, right?
yeah. The program is not launched and nobody is getting paid yet.
Mhm.
So once we know people get paid, then we'll find out whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
So if we stream on Twitch, will we follow under the DJ category?
No,
Yeah.
we're under podcast.
We are on the
Oh,
podcast.
Yeah,
there's
they
a
have a
podcast.
podcast.
They're
Yeah.
the podcast category.
Okay.
Maybe TBD soon.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
EDC announces Thailand branch. Rumors for Tomorrowland Thailand as well.
There's too much Thailand.
Well, this
But
goes
then-
back to what you were just talking about. Right now, as what Yikan was saying, Southeast Asia is a hot spot for
But-
events.
I don't know why, but people party hard in Thailand, so
Yeah, they do.
they
do.
will go continuously go on.
But
and
they're
on.
very strict on vitamins, right?
Yeah, they're very.
But
very
I
strict.
heard that
But-
it's very accessible. Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's a very loose city, right?
I think the thing is, it's just
Or-
it's a
Is it
region.
all Bangkok? Is it
This
all Bangkok?
It's probably Bangkok, yeah.
yeah.
Because isn't
No, Phuket,
EDC?
Phuket, sorry, Phuket.
Yeah, Phuket. Yeah.
It's Phuket.
Yeah.
I think it is the right move for Southeast Asia to actually launch some of these things. It's because we know ravers do travel. I mean, we went to Tomorrowland. He went to UK. you went to the States, you know, like we travel for these things, for these experiences.
I think
And
it might actually be cheaper for me to start investing in Asian raves. Cause
The
You think
flight-
so?
the flight
It's
there is
expensive.
1,700.
It's really expensive to fly there.
yeah.
Once you're there,
No, but
that's the nice thing. Once you're
Once
there,
you're there,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
once you're
good.
there, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
the food is cheaper. I don't know. Are the festival
Yeah.
tickets cheaper?
So I had a friend
Probably.
buy EDC Thailand, which just went on sale. I think it was like 200 Canadian.
But
No,
the
Yeah,
flight,
exactly.
the
No.
flight is what gets you.
But yeah,
200
So-
GA, I think 270 for VIP. Or
So
something.
if
Canadian.
it becomes
Yeah.
a regular
Canadian.
thing
Crazy.
and you book on time,
No, the flight is always going to be
Yeah,
killer.
the flight is
It's
always expensive.
gonna
Like,
be killer.
I've been looking flights to go to Southeast Asia, back to my home country, and the flights are always hovering around 1,600.
I think it went back up the past few years.
it depends on when you
prices-
book it too.
The
And-
prices were about the same for me to go back to Vietnam.
I
like,
guess it's not so.
13 years ago.
I guess it's not so bad when you compare it to like Europe. You're only paying an extra like $300-400.
I mean, in a sense, yeah. But then, like, if you really think about it, when you want to plan that kind of thing, going through that 21 hour flight time and the whole 12-hour time zone difference,
You need more time.
it
At least with
burns.
Europe, like when I did UK, I just did literally over the weekend.
Yeah.
Jet lag didn't affect me because I was kind of in and out,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
I kind of just went, did what I had to do to survive day one, slept 10 hours, and I was good.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, I was fine.
Same
but
thing.
Like
Same thing with us when we went to Tomorrowland. When we wanted to go, I was deciding to land the day off to go
Oh,
straight
no.
into camping. Then, I mean, Benny suggested, and it was a very good suggestion, to like sleep in a proper bed before going to campsite.
But didn't
at
you
a
do that
hotel.
for Luminosity though?
I
Didn't you guys fly?
did not. So
you didn't do that. You
I
didn't-
did not. I
okay.
did not do that. But then, like, I mean, Lumi is a 4-day festival.
I was also roped into
Yeah.
that plan to fly in on the Thursday and go straight to the festival. I'm like, no.
But Lumi wasn't as bad because, like, at the end of the day, you get to sleep in the proper bed. But now we are talking about campsite bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
air
true.
beds and everything. Like,
Mm,
air
but you-
mattresses is like different.
So what if Southeast Asia had camping festivals?
They probably do because the weather is going to be nice.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Camping in Phuket?
I camp in Malaysia many
Okay.
times.
I
I
think
just know the heat. The
No, but
heat would be,
Phuket. Is it about the same or is it hotter? Is it
No,
on the
when
high?
when there are a lot of trees around and you feel the cool breeze at night, but when you wake up, it's hot. Don't get me wrong, but then like you wake up at a decent amount of time because like a lot of people don't understand that in Southeast Asia, the sun up and sundown is the exact same time every single day. So like you don't get like in Canada, you don't get
daylight
like
savings.
daylight
and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
savings. The sundown goes down at 5 p.m. at winter time, and then goes down at 10 at like at summertime.
Because
Like,
it's right on the equator.
yeah, it's
anyways.
right on the equator. Everything is the same. So like once you get used to that weather, right, and when you do camping, you feel refreshed all the time when you wake up.
Wow.
So it's actually like an experience to camp at like to live in the equator. It's just that a lot of times the government is shit, but whatever.
So back to the topic. We don't know if EDC Thailand is camping.
yeah, we do not know yet.
We do
Yeah.
not know, but
Because
right
there's
now-
Sounds
no-
like a resort because it's Phuket.
Yeah, there's no price packages for camping or like shuttle or anything. We do not know. There's only a price for the ticket, right? So
But
Mhm.
I mean, it's funny. It felt like it was a race between Insomniac and Tomorrowland to
yeah.
like try to go to. Now, Ultra's already been there. I think Ultra has something.
Ultra's
Ultra.
been-
Ultra is only on Korea and Japan.
There
They
used
haven't
to be
done Southeast-
Singapore.
Yeah.
There used to be Singapore.
There used to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they have one an upcoming announced Singapore one.
No,
I
it's been
don't think
years.
so.
There used to be one in Singapore, from what I
Okay.
remember. Yeah.
But right now it's the hotspot. I know it's government helping too.
Yeah.
Government is helping bring all these festivals over too.
Was there an Ultra China? No, right? No.
There's NEDC China.
There's a EDC China,
oh,
yeah.
EDC China.
But yeah,
I feel like that. Not gonna, being Chinese, I identify as Vietnamese Chinese, but I feel like like Chinese raves they just like the progressive house. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
No, they like
that's,
trance.
That's it.
They like, but the
Really?
thing
They like
is,
trance, yeah.
it's all region based, right? We've
Yeah.
talked about this before. Every region has their genres they like. Like Australia loves hardstyle
Yeah.
and trance for some weird reason. They
Yeah.
like those two. Southeast Asia, I know they love trance, and they love
They love
progressive
Armin van
house.
Buuren.
Yeah,
Armin van Buuren is like huge.
God.
Yeah, it's God there. And they also like Hartwell. They like Swedish House Mafia. It's a lot of like
It's a mixed
mainstream artists,
bag.
yeah.
But not like DnB or dubstep. I don't think
Nah,
they're big.
nah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like
but
that's
they-
too white.
I saw this one festival recently in Malaysia that they are doing techno, and also they recently announced Vernip Malaysia. Right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That,
And
it's like niche genres that you
Yeah.
can probably find an audience. But like right now, the funding there is insane.
they had a flagship festival in Malaysia, and you know who was the headliner? Boris
Oh, really?
Brisha, yeah.
Well, it goes to show you how much money is
Is going
into
into it.
EDM, especially with our next topic, the crowds. Like there's more and more people that go to these events that don't usually rave. So,
Oh, just one thing about EDC. It is middle of January. So January's 18th,
Yeah,
19th, 20th.
17
For
18,
EDC
yeah.
Thailand.
For
EDC
EDC
Thailand.
Thailand.
So it would be better weather.
Yeah,
assumingly.
It'd be the
it's-
cooler-
It's be
Yeah.
the cooler weather. Yes,
The cooler weather. So it's a good timing to do.
It's not the rainy season too, so it's good.
It's also one of those things like first year inaugural, but it is Insomniac, so it's probably
I don't
good.
know how big the island is of Phuket, but it's like obviously a resort
Well,
destination. So like with the insertion of EDC Thailand, would that like just disrupt the whole resort industry?
I mean,
for that
right
week?
now maybe, but right now resort festivals are in. They're
Yeah.
hot.
They're hot, yeah.
Like everyone's trying to do a resort
I mean,
festival.
if you've never been to Tomorrowland, right? The minute you arrive at Belgium, the airport, everything is Tomorrowland. Like they have people waving their flags. They have like staff wearing.
Well,
like,
there's flights
costumes
that
and-
are like lighted
yeah,
up
exactly.
too.
Yeah, they make the whole thing as like a resort program for the country.
Destination
Yeah.
type of.
So like a lot of I know when the past 20 years or so, and Southeast Asia, a lot of the countries there they put a lot of investment in tourism. So they started like making beaches nice. They clean up the beaches. They put a lot of like motorboats so that they can actually promote it as like part of their tourism thing. And being able to put like a whole festival on top of that, I think it only provides.
Are they tackling on
benefit.
crime too? Do you know?
Now, only time can tell. So
honestly, it could be one of those things. Like some countries have it where if you like fuck with a tourist, you get like jail time.
yeah,
Like you get like death penalty. I know
Yeah.
Cuba's like that. Like
Yeah.
if you fuck with a visitor, if you're in Cuba, like if a local, you can get the death penalty.
yeah.
I know in some resorts in Mexico they even have like armed guards around the resort just to like protect the resort.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy actually.
I think it's only beneficial to do this because like you just only increase jobs and revenue
Yep.
of the country and the GDP. So props to them. And
It's foreign
more-
investors too,
yeah.
right? It's essentially foreign investors, which is what you want as a Southeast
Yeah.
Asian country.
I think a lot of countries and like places are tapping into this EDM.
That's why
Profit
there's so much
structure.
there's so much money into even with that the Twitch thing. It's like it goes to show you how much money is
Because-
in
Being
the
circulated.
EDM.
Because
Yeah.
we're all, as ravers, we're all so, like, if we have the means to, or even if we don't have the means to, we're all so willing to spend and,
Yeah.
like, pay for merch, pay
If-
for the experience, see
Yeah.
the DJs.
Bro,
multiple
we're
times.
thinking about stuff in 2026. I literally got a plan right now in 2026. Someone's like, "Yo, we're gonna go 2026." I'm like,
Oh
"Okay,
my
let's go."
God.
Yeah. Somebody
Oh
told me
my God.
Tomorrowland 2026. I'm like, I'm going
Wait.
next year.
Okay.
If you think about it, like if you go to EDC and you spend bare minimum, it's like $3K US, and
2,500.
over 100,000 people go to EDC, that's a lot of money already.
For
Yeah,
Vegas.
Exactly.
And that's
yeah.
And
Just
that's
the-
just the tickets
Yeah.
flying
I mean,
there.
that's
and
the
that's
biggest
just for
thing.
one person.
Yeah,
That's the
and then
biggest
the drinks,
thing.
not including drinks, not including gambling, not including
Yeah.
merch.
Well,
Traffic is good.
EDC is the biggest thing for them that, like, in Vegas.
Not anymore.
Right?
F1
No?
is.
Oh.
Apparently F1 took over, but EDC was Vegas's biggest weekend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Just so you know, even felt this year, so many people from the States and Vancouver. are
Yeah, I
coming.
was very surprised.
Yeah.
But it's
for-
also because they all feel like kings here with their currency.
Well, I mean,
exactly,
might as well. Might as well.
that reason, right?
Yeah.
That when you go down to Southeast Asia, your currency just feels like king.
Yeah, the most
Yeah.
expensive part is getting there. Once you're
Yeah.
there, you're spending probably a quarter of it.
Like
on,
$5 on food every day.
Like that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
that's the main thing. That's
And-
that's a luring aspect.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I wanna
probably
go
they
for
probably
that.
did the survey like if you when you go to all these things you feel like a king and then you're like, oh, I need to come back here again.
But
Come back here
it's
again.
also the same in reverse, because we were talking to some guys from Russia
Yeah.
at Tomorrowland, and they're like, oh, in Russia we're like millionaires, but when we go to Tomorrowland we feel like we're peasants.
I mean, yeah, it works the other way around, like for sure. But I mean, money.
Me
does.
in the U.S.
Yeah, essentially, as Canadian dollars, our Canadian dollar going to Europe is pretty shit.
Mhm.
UK shit,
Yeah.
USA
I mean,
shit.
yeah.
USA
But
shit,
if you
but
go-
I need to, like, when my friends pay for things, I need to pay them back through PayPal, too.
But if you go
Just
through
like-
like Mexico, not bad.
Not bad. You go to Brazil, not,
Not
bad.
bad, not bad.
Yeah, if you go to
Not
yeah,
bad.
if you go to Southeast Asia, holy shit, you know.
Yeah.
So
You can
yeah.
even probably get a nanny with you that weekend. Or
You,
something.
you, lit-
Probably,
you
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
can. That's why, like, right now with like even Canada, we get a lot of like international students coming.
Yeah.
The idea a lot of them have is that they're gonna make money here,
Mhm.
and then they can send money back home.
Oh, everybody
and
does
that
that.
money
Yeah.
goes so far. Like,
Yeah.
if we just took because my parents and them were looking at it,
Mm.
they could literally live like kings in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Probably.
not where they used to because now stuff's gone up, but like you could have like a chauffeur, you could have everything, all just by money here.
Well, people back home, as an Asian, East Asian, yeah, they think we're rich here. No, no, we're not. We're peasants here. But yeah. So moving on to
Recent incidents of events and stages being shut down due to fear of crowd overcrowding.
So yeah, this goes back to what we are just talking about, how EDM events are like getting super popular. There's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
And more and more.
there's been two recent incidents, but I've been hearing multiple festivals have this problem. One of the recent ones was Boiler Room Seal.
Mm-hmm.
They shut
Seoul?
down Seoul.
Seoul,
Seoul.
Seoul, Korea.
They shut down like a boiler room, but they shut down due to fears of crowd surge.
Mm.
Like there's some organization stuff that was like safety reasons. Another one is Sammy Vergi just posted that they shut down his stage because it was too many people there. So either it goes down to them, the event organizers, miscalculating how many people would be at that stage,
Yeah.
or goes into
Overselling.
overselling, which is another
Overselling or
problem.
Not enough crowd control.
But yeah, that's the big thing. Crowd control is like, I think with the recent amount of festivals too, like
Mhm.
the way they sell tickets is always based on footprint. But then we always talk about it like
Different genres.
People complain about, oh, why are these two artists conflicting? Well, if you don't do that, then
Yeah,
you're gonna have
then you have this
everyone at
problem,
one
yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
which is gonna cause a problem. So like even places like EDC, they have to think about who they're gonna schedule. So obviously, this is why I never get excited about a lineup when I see it, because I'm like, well, all these three people are gonna conflict anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
so
yeah.
it's like,
I
why
have
do
the
I
same
care?
mindset nowadays.
Yeah.
Like when you have a very stacked lineup, you just let Jesus take the wheel, or you choose your favorite, like
Yeah.
the one favorite DJ you need to see,
Mm.
and then the other ones are all overlap.
And then you also have the problem of like festival overcrowding. Like you saw that, I think there was Escape last year, the videos of people trying to get to Sarah Landry's set,
Mhm.
and they just physically couldn't because it was that they underestimated.
Nothing was moving.
Well, yeah, like they underestimated her popularity, so like
Mm.
people could not go to Sarah Landry's set.
The
Right.
lineup
I mean-
is good this year. By
I
the
mean
way,
that
think.
what EDC also did, right? Like they moved Sarah Landry to Circuit Grounds.
That's
from
smart,
Neon Garden, yeah.
very smart, because they saw that coming.
I feel like if she was in Neon Garden, she would have catered more to her regular music, her regular crowd. But she was at Circuit Grounds, and it was not her. It was just like
The set was ass. I watched it.
It was featuring
Ass.
Yeah, it was like techno.
I mean, to
mainstream
combat
techno.
this,
It's crazy.
go to all the shows, all the DJs that come to your city. Every weekend, 3 shows a night. so that you can see all of them, and then you don't need to choose. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just go with the vibe.
It's getting crazy too, because like now there's like lineups 2 stages in festivals. So when we went to Tomorrowland, and even when Sonny went to Teletech, there was a lineup in the boiler room
Yeah.
stage.
Oh, a lineup.
But that's
Yeah.
smart. I would
Yeah.
rather
Yeah,
have that.
I would rather have that too.
because then you know either not to waste your time to line up, or they know they're controlling the crowd. Because I'll be honest, when I was in boiler room,
It wasn't packed, right?
it wasn't packed.
Yeah.
So like I had so much room to move around, but apparently
was
it was
this?
closed in Manchester,
Oh,
Teletech.
you went to Boiler Room.
Yeah, they have a
Teletech.
boiler room.
No,
So
they-
like they have a
Oh.
boiler room
Boiler room.
stage.
So that's I actually do like that. So when me and Ikan went to Tomorrowland, the stage cage, it was pretty small, but like anytime you were in there, you always had room to dance. And,
But did they
like,
shut it
enjoy
out?
No, they have a person outside that does the
They count, right?
Yeah,
they
That's
count.
smart. That's exactly
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
But like, I know some festivals, like let's say Veld. I heard there were surge problems at Veld's at certain sets.
I don't
can't
know.
comment.
Main stage was okay. Like I never felt because the thing with Veld is you can leave at any point on the stage, like any point in the crowd. It's like a full circle, like half circle, and you can leave at any section of the crowd. But with like warehouse rave or anything like awakenings, the tents, there's only like 3 places to leave, and it just becomes so crowded.
Yeah.
But we've had incidents here. I know you guys are talking about Tomorrowland, the main stage, when you tried to find your former
yeah.
guest
Yeah.
Claudia, and you guys physically couldn't because
Yeah,
it
we
was
couldn't.
that many people.
Yeah,
it was
So
so
like,
many people.
I guess there's always I want to separate the whole fear of like a surge happening, because like that could happen anywhere and then you're screwed anyways. And if it happens at a festival, it's a problem.
I mean, for a big festival like Tomorrowland, I think EDC also has the same problem. If you ask me to find you at main stage EDC,
good luck.
good luck, right?
I did it, but good luck.
I mean, there are some people who have like perks. Like for example, tall people, they can actually see over the crowd and kind of identify. But like for smaller people, when you try to go in, you just get bodied by so many people. We get bodied by trains. We get bodied by taller people and things like that, and they can't help it, right?
Yeah.
So and like they always have this kind of problem with a lot of these main stages, and they can only make the stage bigger, and it's going to cause even more problems because like think of it as like if you're in the middle of the crowd with such huge capacity and you want to pee, what
Yeah.
do you do?
Some people
right?
just pee on the spot. Some people have done that.
I mean,
But
yeah,
like,
some people have done that, yeah.
but this is where I don't envy promoters, because they have to think about this to avoid a potential situation like this happening. Like,
Yeah.
I want to just we've had a local club show that had this crazy problem, which was the Gareth Emery laser show.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that
Like
was
that day
bad.
one run.
Like
yeah.
like Rebel sold tickets for that, but like having that DJ booth in the middle kind of limited tickets, and people were passing out. People were literally passing out, like, because it was that everyone tried to go closer.
I think after party at for Veld for Martin Garrix, the crowd was worse
Really?
than Gareth Emery, because literally there was water on the floor because of humidity. Like the crowd was like, there was heat in the very, very back, like city view area too, and like literally it looked like people were just like refugees outside the smoking area, because people were just sitting out there and they didn't go back in. They just sat out there the whole time. They paid, I don't know,
Probably through their
$60
nose.
to $150 to sit outside and just fan themselves.
I mean, everyone was also on their Veld gear, right?
Yeah.
Going into Rebel, but Gareth Emery was you in normal clothes going to Gareth Emery. You know what I mean? But is it like? Well, we also had one situation with Nico Moreno at.
But that was just poor. That was.
But
just
once again, this comes down to
everything.
the organizers, and I think that lately I've been seeing a trend where organizers are putting profits over people's safety, and that's the one thing that's concerning, because like I'm just scared at a situation like Martin Garrix. All it takes is one incident. I never know what happens. Someone pulls out a knife, something,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the crowd just
Running, yeah,
runs.
Yeah,
Trample.
then ramp.
There were
trampling.
there were crowds behind the balcony booths, like all of the balcony
That's what I
booths.
mean. It's
Like all of them, not like a few of them, but all of them. Yeah.
So it's not
That's
even
a
just about the
hazard.
heat. It's like the heat also can lead to people passing out. But I'm just scared that one of these situations
Yeah.
is gonna. And I hate the notion that until something happens, we're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like promoters need to be more
Vigilant about it.
vigilant about it, because it is a problem. We've seen overselling being a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, talking about moving to festival music event problems, I want to talk about festivals being rained out all year.
It's been a shit year.
Yeah.
So, what did we start off with raining?
What about your experience first?
I think my year started off with raining at Countdown. So that was in LA.
Then we had Ultra.
And then we had
Yeah.
raining at Ultra. My shoes turned into black mud.
Did you throw away?
No, I washed it. But then
Okay.
the bottoms are still like in the creases because I think they were my AF ones. There's still some like dark mud stuck in the creases. But yeah, Ultra rained out, and then so it was Friday, and then Saturday it was still muddy. And then we went to, I was at Electric Forest, and that was day 3 and day 4. And then same weekend was Escapade. I guess it was because the same northeast type of area. It was the same rainstorm, I guess.
What a great weekend to stay at home, right, baby?
And then we have the latest news for our Elements Festival, which is in the Poconos area in Pennsylvania, which is, I think it's like east. If you drive, it's east of New Jersey and New York City. So then a lot of people are going there for going there from the city, and also they are it's like a camping, I guess, like a cabin.
It's like Electric
cottage
Forest
area.
type of thing. It's
Oh no, it's a cottage. It's a place for people to go for cottage getaways.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's what the Poconos is known for. But yeah, like there's videos of like people like swimming in like little inflated boats. Like, did they bring that?
No, they
It's
use
from the
air
camping.
mattress.
Oh, that's an air mattress.
Yeah, it's an air mattress.
They
It
use
was
the air
really bad. Like,
mattress.
it was like deep. Like, there was so much water. It's like a pool.
I saw some acquaintances' stories and friends. They had to like just tear down their canopies and stuff and bring it inside. And some of them were like broken, and they had to stay in their car.
Oh, I've just gone
Yeah.
home.
But
Yeah, me too. I would have gone. I was like, fuck this.
I feel like even though it's happened in North America, I feel like Europe deals with this all the time. They just don't give a shit. Like UK
But
festivals
that
without
bad,
rain.
though? Elements was
Elements
looks
was pretty bad.
People were
Looks bad.
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elements look bad, but like I feel like some UK festivals. There's a funny meme going out of there's a hardstyle festival, and they showed like and then all of a sudden it's just like chaos.
So for
Did
me,
it rain at DEF CON?
No, it did not.
It
don't think it
might
did.
have rained a little. It didn't rain like severely. It might have rained a little bit.
So for
I don't
me,
think it did.
for me, my question is like, what point of like substantial amount of rain, do you find that the festival becomes not worth it? Because a lot of my friends we had this conversation about some of them, they didn't go to EF, but we came back from EF like really happy about our trauma bonding experience, and basically they were like, because on Reddit, there's threads saying that EF historically rains at least once the weekend you go. So is it worth it if probably half a day or like a night gets canceled and you're paying this much of money for like a 4-day festival or a 3-day
It depends on the festival, because I've said about Electric Forest, sometimes it's not even about the festival. I know people who go to Electric Forest who don't even give a shit about the music, because it's about the experience.
Really?
It's about the experience.
Well, it is about the experience, but I've never heard of people going there that don't give a shit about the music.
Like, it's like for them it's secondary. They'll just
Okay.
they'll take wherever the forest
Provides.
takes them. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
right?
yeah, that was me too.
Are these
yeah.
people who go to 3 shows a weekend?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably like their one thing a year, so they
Yeah.
just want to explore. But it really depends on the person, I think. I think, and also it also depends on how prepared you are.
So yeah, like
If you're unprepared and this happens and all of a sudden everything's ruined, you're gonna have a fucking terrible weekend.
Go
Like I've
listen to
mentioned-
our Camping 101 episode.
Yes.
yeah, like I mentioned, I was glamping, and a lot of us said like it was our first times at EF. If we were in GA camp, we would not. We would like.
That's what I mean.
We would not do it. Yeah. Because like your tent is drenched in water, or your tent or canopy gets blown over.
Yeah, like Ian mentioned on our camping episode, like what happened to us on the luckily it was the final day that it happened, where our tent was absolutely destroyed and we stayed in a hotel. But if that happened on like the Thursday, we would have had to gone out and buy like a brand new tent and everything and buy new clothes.
Yeah.
Everything was soaked. Like everything. Like we would have to get
Did
new
you
clothes.
bag the clothes and bring home, or you just threw it out?
No, some of it was thrown out, some of it was bagged. Like literally when we loaded that truck, we just threw everything in there. And
It's
it
like a
smelled
garbage truck.
It smelled so bad.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah, so at what point would each of you call it quits for a festival, like any type of rain, like if like Elements, Escapade, Electric Forest?
Anything above the ankle.
Okay, so Elements would be a no, and then
Definitely Elements. Definitely no.
No,
Electric
no, for
Forest,
sure.
you probably would have survived,
Yeah.
and then Escapade.
I survived Escapade.
Yeah,
Me
Escapade
too.
is whatever, right?
But like Escapade was like the only reason why they canceled it out is because like safety issue and like water is starting to get into the electronics. So
Yeah,
that's why
it's just like Ultra too.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
with EF, there was way too many people at afters, and yeah, it was also a safety issue. So yeah.
Yeah, same thing. Safety issue with the crowd surge. Like those Renegades afters are not supposed to have 3,000 people there.
No. It was 15K approximate.
Was it 15?
No,
Holy
15K.
shit.
No.
That's
Evil
5
Afters
times.
is supposed to hold 15K. There were 40K people there.
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's still.
That's
No
why I said the
way.
last row was backing up to the first row of GA group camp.
And that's what we were talking about too.
Yeah.
Like people were spilling into. I did not want to camp near the Renegade stage because like people were in your campsite. That's terrible.
And you were walking, like, if you walk through the camps, like, during EF, those nights it rained out, there was, like, messed up tents, like, it was just in the dark. It looks like people were, like, homeless, like, you know.
I think for me,
I would have gone home.
I think if
If I was GA, I would have gone home.
when it becomes difficult to walk, that's when I kind of.
I don't think you would have been able to go home, and that's why nobody went home, because Rothbury, Michigan is like 3 hours from Detroit and like maybe like a 5-hour drive from Chicago.
I'll be so out of it to the point that I will walk that 3 hours.
Yeah, it really depends on like. For me personally, it's like, can I even continue being at this festival? I think that's what it comes down to. Like, if my tent's flooded,
when it's floating.
like if
Yeah,
it's
that's a
floating
problem.
and it's just like, now I gotta buy all this new equipment or I gotta figure out what I need to do. At a certain point, I'm gonna be like, fuck this.
My friends held it out for Elements this weekend because like they still stayed.
I know people.
And-
I know people who went. I forget. I don't know the check-in process. I don't know if it was Thursday. They're supposed to check in.
Thursday's I think if you camp.
I knew
yeah.
people who checked in like Saturday for some reason. So like apparently like the
Oh, they
campgrounds
skipped
were
it.
like, well, campgrounds were closed.
Closed.
I don't know, but
Gee,
I don't understand how the water gets so high. Like,
it's not enough trees.
we're cutting down too many trees. Global warming.
Global warming.
Yeah, because like people could have easily driven home from Poconos. It's in Pennsylvania. It's actually like it's neighboring Jersey and then New York, right? So people could have gotten home, but
Yeah, it just comes down to your tolerance level, right? Like if you're already down there and you already know the weekend, you're not gonna get a refund. If you have to check in Saturday and just enjoy 2 days, you might as well just do it.
Yeah.
It all depends on like, can you actually like set up a camp?
yeah.
yeah.
I'll sleep in my car.
Yeah,
I
no,
would-
a lot of
I would
people
sleep
stayed in their
the
car.
Yeah.
I'll just get the Cybertruck and then like put down the back seat
The
and
little
put a bed out.
It's
The
not a bad idea.
Glamping.
That's what Ian talked about, those camping ones where you turn your truck.
Car, yeah.
You rent a U-Haul and then you just
Or that
turn
too,
it
yeah,
off
yeah.
the back.
Yeah.
I think renting a U-Haul.
Yeah,
is
if you
a
rent a
great
U-Haul, what problem do you have? You
Yeah.
literally just shut the door and then you're good to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
At EF, my friends
But it's
couldn't
hot as
stand.
balls.
Yeah, my friends couldn't stand the heat, and I wouldn't see them often. They would always just be like, "I'm gonna chill in the car. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "Nah." Yeah.
Next topic: hard summer noise complaint. So, I'm pretty sure everyone's. Did you guys
Hard
see?
summer or ultra?
No, hard summer.
Oh.
It just happened like
It
last
just-
Right,
weekend.
last weekend. Yes.
Apparently, they got the whole town was just complaining a lot
Town?
about
Towns and complaining
Town.
about music festivals? When does this ever happen?
all the time.
Also-
Hard,
What
isn't
do you mean?
hard? Hard is in what? Hard's in still in San Bernardino.
No, it's in
Valley.
LA now. They
So
moved
Long
to
Beach.
they moved to the LA historic site.
Oh.
So Sophie Stadium area, I think.
SoFi.
Yeah, SoFi.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one stage is outside on the like.
How many
next-
stages
Oh,
are there?
I think it's a residential
like
area out of there,
three-
right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would complain too, to be honest.
Well, another thing is Insomniac Run Festival, so I'm assuming the one thing they're known for is sound as well. So I'm assuming during the daytime it was loud as hell. Like it was probably
I mean, we all been to EDC.
I mean,
It's loud.
It's
as
very loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
So I have a feeling that obviously the one thing we joke about when is this a problem? It's a big problem in Toronto for bylaws like Fort York. I'm not looking forward to Fort York because there's going to be a good bylaw officer with a fucking.
Yeah.
what do you mean Fort
sound.
York?
Fort
When
York,
they do the
yeah,
Electric Island.
Oh,
Or
they're doing
season-
EI at Fort York?
The final one.
The final one.
Oh, at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the same spot where they did Block Party like years back?
I don't know if they
that's
did
the
never
same-
been to
That's the
Block
same
Party.
spot they did the first EI. of
Oh,
this
because
year.
I went to Diplo Block Party. It was Fort York.
But they have bylaw officers because of the thing, and they have the sound.
Yeah, no, the sound goes crazy. I actually live like not too far from where the Caravana happens, and it's pretty loud, and it's just the Caravana. So like
Yeah.
I can't imagine like EDM acts like just
It's just people complaining all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Wait.
just come to the festival.
Benny, did you say that people felt the shaking, or was that?
I think like people felt the shaking in their homes and they recorded it. I'm not sure. I'll have to find the clip and I'll put it.
It's
on
just
the
very
video.
loud because residential area. Like, I can see how annoying it could be. Plus, I don't know what time they ran until. If they ran until like
I think the
1 a.m.
I
That's
heard there was
that's
like
a
1
problem.
or 2 a.m.
That's a problem.
Hard goes to like around midnight
That's,
and 1
that-
because
I would be pissed.
Yeah. But I don't wait. Why did they move it?
They
'Cause of the
want to.
heat?
Well, lately Insomniac, for those who don't know, everything's been shifting.
Moving
more,
back to LA.
Moving back to LA. San Bernardino's so far.
Yeah, it's so far the area is not very safe.
No, they're only so from what I understand, they're only using it now for the big festivals like Countdown and Escape.
I feel like it's also a heat thing because it's hotter in the valley.
In the end, Insomniac's hub is in LA, so they want to stay in LA.
It's because like I don't know. I think it's also because of the heat thing because like Heart's known for like heat deaths. Yeah.
Yeah, but San Bernardino, I said I don't know how San Bernardino is in the summertime because I've only gone
The
for
valley is I think maybe 1 to 2 3 Celsius degrees hotter.
Okay, because
Yeah.
during Dream State weekend, which is in November, it's actually colder.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
The valley.
Yeah.
You guys joke about wearing onesies and whatnot.
No, you actually have to wear a onesie.
Oh yeah, a lot of festivals.
But when I went to Long Beach, I didn't need to. It was actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah, but then, I mean, speaking of all these like complaints, right? I mean, look at Escapade. The base stage at Escapade, there's this one condo right behind
Yeah.
base stage, right? And at Escapade, I always have this. The 2 years that I've been to Escapade, the Friday is significantly a lot softer sound than Saturday.
they
and
build
Sunday.
it up.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's because it's work day. They don't really want to bother people and whatnot, right?
No, I feel like it's a ramp up. It's like,
But,
oh,
nah.
the it's like, oh, I can handle this sound. I won't make complaints. And then Saturday, Sunday is just because like if they get canceled on Friday, Saturday, Sunday's over.
I mean, you could be right, yeah. But we always joke about like, oh, we don't need to buy an Escapade ticket. We just need to rent out that condo right there, you know, and just listen to bass stage the whole weekend, you know. But it was very close.
I feel
you
like
can
I would
see-
ask for compensation.
Well,
I think
the
I can
thing
handle
is
it.
they have football games there, so it's like
They're used to it.
Yeah.
You're used to
you're
noise.
No,
used
but
to
then
it. It's like
are they
how can you
making
complain about
speakers?
one event and not this event and not every event?
No. Like
But also, it's
they're
also,
not. There's not constant music being played for like 8 hours a day. Like for a football game, it's probably like what 4 or 5 hours, and all you hear is like cheering or like.
Yeah, but they go loud.
No,
They go
but
loud.
it's cheering, and then there's a silence, right? But like the base stage is right in front of that building, so it's like
no,
constant.
no.
bang,
Like, I
bang,
disagree
bang.
with that because during artist change up, there's no music playing. So like,
But that's
I
like
mean, I
15
guess-
minutes.
Yeah.
That's 15
and then if,
minutes.
if they turn down the sound, it's just a guy talking on the mic. Like
Yeah,
if
but
Shaq's
then-
there, like Shaq was
No,
here.
but
there.
that's like what-
Shaq's talking half the time.
I'm,
He's not playing music.
they changed DJs maybe 5 times a night, so I'm telling you that's like 1 hour. They have 1 hour of silence.
It's also because the generic, like normal people don't listen to EDM. So for a
Yeah.
lot of people, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
It's
if you
repetitive
buy-
music.
Hey, I've heard people say that bass music sound like fart sounds. So
Trust me, if Taylor Swift was at that same, they wouldn't be complaining at all
Yeah.
about that. None of those
Yeah.
people would be complaining.
everyone would try to go into
Tay-Tay.
that.
No,
right?
everyone would literally
They'll
be
try
like
to-
renting out their condo.
Just-
They'll
yeah,
try to
exactly.
dive into the stadium.
It's like when you buy that condo, you know what you're signing up
Yeah.
for, man. There's no you don't.
I'm
get to
assuming
pick
it's a
and
little
choose.
cheaper then.
Nah,
the prices
I
would be a
don't-
little
I don't think
cheaper.
so.
Location.
Location.
Yeah,
Hey,
but it's a noisy
I-
location.
No,
I
but
would-
everything is right there.
I would rent out that spot every year for that weekend if I was living there.
And just book a hotel.
Yeah, and also like go to the
Wonder if
festival.
there's Airbnb. Wonder if there's Airbnbs in that building.
Probably.
Probably.
We never really checked. We never really like got.
It depends on
around
how
to, like-
strict they are, because
Yeah.
some condos
Yeah,
are like
some condos
super
don't allow
strict,
it, yeah.
right?
Mm.
So
I
if they
mean-
find out, the person who owns it gets like fined, which is probably not
Yeah.
worth it.
That's true.
I mean, they probably took that into account when they built that condo. So.
True. Well,
I mean, I think that's pretty much covering about it.
Yeah.
So, Christine, you want to close it off?
yeah, thanks for tuning into this episode. If you enjoyed it and want to support us, please share this with a friend, like, and subscribe. The podcast is audience funded, so it would be great if you want to support us. There will be a PayPal donation link in the description. And if you guys are looking for a new pair of earplugs, we have a 10% off code at Sound. A couple of us on the panel use it personally. It's very important to use protection for your ears because hearing damage is permanent. And with that, see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.